So what is this 5-minute viral trend? This is something that's been going so viral on TikTok, which basically includes 5 minutes workouts with burpees, jumping jacks, marketed as fun exercises. First of all, let's talk about why people love it. It's quick and easy, so why wouldn't they? It is doable, and it is a great attraction for beginners. The crazy thing is, it builds this illusion for an easy momentum to be able to get onto your fat loss journey. Let's talk about the truth in calories burned during this 5-minute workout. In this case, you're looking about 50 to 86 calories, and that is not enough for a deficit. So you need about 3,500 calories to burn about a pound of fat. So is this practical? Can you actually get shredded doing these 5 minutes workouts? And I'm gonna tell you how you could, if possible, or if it's a fad. But stay tuned with me and let's go. So if you're just doing 5 minutes of this workout alone and expecting to lose body fat, the answer is no. But I can show you exactly how to do it. But before we get into it, let's talk about where this fails. One, there's not enough load for hypertrophy. You can't really grow muscle in that 5 minutes. And if you guys watched my previous videos, we talked about losing body fat versus body weight. So in this case, yes, you potentially could lose body weight, but not body fat or as much body fat as you want, because we are going to be losing muscle in the process during this. And that's if this is actually done right in the way I'm going to talk about. So let's talk about making this work, because I've talked about this is possible. However, just doing a 5-minute workout, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be stacking these 5-minute workouts in different amount of time. So let's say every hour in a day, you jump on and do this 5-minute workouts. You have an office desk job, and after every hour, you get up for 5 minutes, get some burpees in, get some jump squats in. What you start doing is you create movement in the body, and that constant movement over time, when it's actually separated over a longer period, is more effective for fat loss than something that is done just at one point. And let me explain this. Imagine you're doing an exercise for an hour, and we're talking directly fat loss. You're doing an exercise for an hour straight. Research has actually proven that if you were to do it in smaller blocks, over the period of time for the day, you will lose more body weight. I'm not saying body fat because there's a lot that comes into body fat when we talk about this. So who is this for? This is definitely not for advanced or intermediate trainers. This is great for beginners. One, their body isn't used to these type of movements, so they are going to be getting a little bit of a shock to the body initially when they do these exercises. And two, it is great for consistency. It's great for them to build momentum. It's great for them to build that structure and habits, which can help them into longer term as well too. Now, one of the biggest things I'll say when doing something like this shouldn't really supplement a real training program. You should always have structure with your training, because tracking metrics is always going to be able to help you progress. The way the body works is it basically reacts to everything and tries to balance everything out. This is called homeostasis. So if we are warm, our body tries to cool down, and you do that by sweating. That way it can basically even things out. The same way, when we get into a deficit or we're burning more calories, eventually the body's metabolism is going to slow down or catch up in a certain way, so it can stop that. The body doesn't like change at all. Okay, so we gotta keep surprising, and we gotta keep progressing, and this is why structure is very important. So the way you structure your programming and the way you structure your workouts is important. So if you're going to do these 5-minute workouts, you still need structure. It doesn't matter. It's not something where you're gonna be like, oh, I'm only gonna do 5 minutes and that's it. Nope, it doesn't work that way at all. You're gonna have to have perfect structure, so then you have trackable metrics, and that's gonna help you improve and get better with these workouts. So now the biggest thing is, how can you compound this with your daily lifestyle? How can this fit into your daily lifestyle? Let's say I'm an office worker. I'm going to work. I work a 9-to-5 job, and I have no time at all to train. But I've got 5 minutes blocks where I can stop my work. This is actually going to help you be a little bit more productive. What I'll potentially do is, in those 5 minutes, I could program different exercises. Let's say after the first hour, we're doing jump squats. And what I'll do with this is I'll do it progressively, so then your body gets a little bit of time to warm up. For example, we're not gonna go straight into burpees because it's a bit of an advanced exercise and it requires a little bit more mobility movement. So the first exercise I'll do is potentially a squat or jump squats for 5 minutes as well. doing this with intervals. So maybe I'll go for like 1 minute of squats or jump squats and then have about 20 seconds off and then go back into those 1 minute till you reach that 5-minute block. Then these exercises are gonna get progressively harder after those hours. So after a jump squat, you can get into a bit of a sprawl, you can get into burpees, you can do a burpee broad jump, and then this gets harder and harder over time. But what you are doing here is you're priming your body for these movements. If you go straight into burpees from the start, you might end up injuring yourself, especially sitting all day. Now that's not it. You also still need to practice good habits. If you are going to lose body fat, it's not just your training alone. Your nutrition matters. If you're in the office and you want to make smarter decisions, this is where having great mental control plays a big role, because this is not just physical. And that's the thing about bodybuilding and shredding. It's something that is done throughout your whole day. It's not something that you do literally for like 5-10 minutes and then that's it. You practice it throughout the whole day. But the beauty of that is you also build a lot of skills that carry on to other aspects of your life. This could be in terms of mental resilience. This could actually help you with your day-to-day jobs as well too. So it's very important to be able to capture all of these. And now when we look at nutrition and mindset, think about your goals. Think about foods that you would love to eat.